everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Coming up on today's TGIF edition of Refined, and this amazing summer with a big old splash, the inspiring event out on the lake that's full of fun and will help save lives at the same time. Plus, changing up the s'mores game one bite at a time, the simple tricks to give the tasty treats a little something more. And a good t-shirt never goes out of style. We'll tell you about the new pop-up shop helping you button down your collection. And of course, joining me right now to kick off things on this fabulous Friday is, of course, Britt Thorson. She's the managing editor over at SeattleRefined.com. And you know, I say this every time you sit out here. It's another big weekend here in Seattle. Always something to do.
Always something to do. And I know you guys, we've been talking about this for weeks now. Stand Up for the Cure is officially here. It's happening tomorrow. One more sleep. And it hits close to home for us here at Como and Seattle Refined. We really, really hope you'll come out and join us. Lake Sammamish State Park tomorrow. Paddleboarding, or you don't have to paddleboard. You can just be on the beach hanging out. There's drinks, free food from Ivers, and really it's going to be a beautiful weekend. I've been checking the weather report and it looks pretty good. And of course, it's all benefiting an outstanding cure that's close to home for Mike Ferrari, who's our sports anchor, and for many, 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 many people out there whose lives
Mike
have been
Ferrari,
touched.
big story with his wife who was suffering from breast cancer, but now she's beating it. But this is a big emotional day for him. And I spent some time with him out on the lake, and he showed me how to paddleboard, and he showed me, he actually, I'm a little bit older than him, he gave me some insight on how to live your life and what you're supposed to do, and it's all about the board.
Wow, so that's deep. I love it.
Yeah, it was really inspiring being out there with him, and I went into the water a couple times, so it was
not on purpose. He fell in, everyone. That's what he means.
And the good thing too is, Britt, is that if you want to do it and you want to paddle, you don't have to have your own paddleboard. You can go out there and rent the paddleboard. So that's really cool.
Yeah, there's every single option. If you want a paddleboard, if you don't want a paddleboard, if you have one, if you don't have one. I mean, please just come on down, and we'll make you happy and take care of you, and look for us. We'll all be there. It'll be a great time.
Yeah. Okay. Here's some insight for you. So a few days ago, I'm at my computer, and Britt sits about 30 yards away from me, and I'm on the website, and I said, Britt, this is like the coolest picture I've ever seen. This watering hole. Where is it? Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
Yes. Speaking of splashing around on the weekends, if you're looking for a good weekend trip, you got to check this out. We think we may have found the coolest watering hole in Seattle, and not Seattle, I should say Washington State. This is Eagle Falls. It's about 75 minutes northwest of Seattle, and it was hard because I didn't really know whether we wanted to do a story on this or not, because one of the reasons it's so cool is because it's not packed with tourists. So if you're going to go, don't go at the same time. Spread it out. Let's not ruin it for other people. But it's just gorgeous. It's right off Highway 2 in the Alpine Lake Wilderness, and it's just, I mean, it's picture perfect.
Yeah, and look at the guy jumping off that right there. I mean, it looks like a pretty big watering hole too, because that guy looked about just a little tiny.
Yeah, it's outstanding. And while you're out there, why not make it a camping trip?
Oh, absolutely.
Which is one of the reasons it's so funny. National S'mores Day was a couple weeks ago.
I love s'mores. Oh my gosh, I love s'mores.
And it kind of just got us thinking about how amazing those treats are and how basic they are. And we did a little bit of research, and there's actually a couple different ways that you could spice up your s'mores. One of them is put a little lemon curd on them.
That doesn't sound good.
One of them, okay, this is the most brilliant thing.
I like that.
Reese's peanut butter cup in the s'more. I don't know why I've never thought about this before. Ghirardelli's chocolate square, you know, with a little caramel in the middle. Yeah. That's another big one. And then, of course, you could even put a little bit of cayenne pepper if you want to spice it up a little bit. I'm telling you guys, s'mores, just when you thought they couldn't get any better, throw a Reese's in there.
And you know what my mom used to do?
What?
She put bacon on that, and we all said, "No, Mom, don't put the bacon on it. We don't want." We loved it.
You loved it. Okay, I might have to try the bacon. Although, I don't know. I don't know if I like that, but we'll see. I trust your mom.
All right, now also on the site, growing old here in Washington State. It's like the best state to do that, right?
Yes. This next story is Grandma and Grandpa approved. We just ranked the 4th on the best states to grow old in. Washington State, a site called caring.com, based it off of a bunch of different factors like financial, healthcare, quality of life, senior living, community reviews, all that stuff. I love it. I love that people can actually spend their whole lives here. Now, let's not talk about the real estate prices. That might be a little hard. But what was interesting to me is here are the states that beat us. Utah was number 1. Iowa was number 2. And South Carolina was number 3.
Whoa. I spent some time in South Carolina, in Charleston. That was kind of fun.
Could you picture growing old there?
No, and I couldn't move to Utah either. I like it right here.
Okay, well, number 4 isn't too bad, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at
I
all.
kind of like it. I like us right here. All right, so I don't know. Did you go on the helicopter thing I saw on the site?
I didn't. I wish I had. We had one of our photographers, Sunny, go up. It's what I love about the site is that we get to do. Our whole point of what we do is looking at different ways to look at Seattle and seeing it through different eyes.
Yeah.
And we talk about how gorgeous Seattle is all the time, but we don't often talk about how gorgeous it is from the sky. I mean, usually that's a view that we all only get coming in and out of SeaTac. But our photographer, Sunny Martini, went up on a helicopter ride for her birthday, actually, and thank goodness she took along her camera and got these just gorgeous panoramas of our city. It was a beautiful day. It really is already making me miss summer. I know that summer's still here, but like fall is looming. And if you want to see Seattle from a different point of view, check out this website on our the story on our website.
Yeah, you know, I went on Kenmore Air and flew over the locks a while back when we were going up to cover a story in Canada, and we were close enough where we weren't like in a private jet where you're kind of still a couple thousand feet. I mean, we were like 600-700 feet above the locks, and just that perspective of seeing this, just really like you mentioned, seeing Seattle in a completely different light.
It's just a bird's eye view, and it's gorgeous. You think it's just when you think it's like can't get any prettier, you see it from a different point of view, and it's boom.
All right, let's get to book club.
Let's. We're just a week away from finishing this month's book called Goodbye Vitamin by Rachel Khong. It is her first novel, and let me tell you, the team here is really loving it. She tackles the serious subject of Alzheimer's, but kind of tells it in a way that'll have you both laughing and crying, believe it or not. When Khong was here in Seattle, our resident book expert, Terry Tazioli from University Bookstore, asked her what she wants readers to take away from the book.
You know, I really wanted the book to be about more about memory than about this disease in particular. So I don't think that, you know, even if you've been through this recently, you know, as I kind of have and my family has, this book is not really about that overwhelming sadness of that situation. You know it's coming, you know it's inevitable, but it's really more about that moment right before, and it's about all of our memories and how they're all faulty, and examining that, and not so much yeah, here's this terrible disease, because it is terrible, and it is, I can see why it would be really, really hard to read about if you've just been through it.
And if you're reading along with us, which I hope you are, our discussion is next Thursday at University Bookstore in the U District. And if you have a personal experience with someone living with dementia or Alzheimer's, we'd really like you to join us. Email us at hello@seattlerefined.com and let us know if we can expect you.
All right, that's next Thursday.
Next Thursday, be there.
All right, we'll be fine. All right, you know I love real estate.
Yes.
I love to dabble in the stuff. I wish I had more money to buy the stuff around here, but I just don't, because everything's so dang expensive.
Don't we all?
Gosh, so what's going on?
So another story we have up on the site is Zillow just released that since 2014, Seattle has gained 22 new zip codes that are technically considered million-dollar listings.
Okay, so there's got to be criteria with that, because not every home's $1 million in
Not
every
every,
neighborhood.
so basically for a zip code to be $1 million neighborhood, 10% of its homes have to be worth at least 7 figures or more.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's about 1,200 total million zip codes in the United States, and Seattle got 22 new ones just in the last couple years.
Oh,
Isn't that incredible?
My gosh, so how many million-dollar areas are there around the country? There's got to be 1,000 and something, would you say?
It's like 1,200.
Oh, 1,200.
It's not a ton, because you have to, again, the criteria, at least 10% of the homes have to be $1 million or more, and you're looking at the whole country. In Seattle, we just got 22, 9 since last year. We've got a full list of them. If you're scared to look at your zip code, don't click on this story. You've never heard me say that before, but it can be scary, because I remember when I went through and I was looking, scrolling for my zip code, and then I saw it and I was like, no.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look around, I know Queen Anne, Magnolia, Madison Park. I mean, they're just,
yeah.
You can't even go through there without seeing money coming from the trees. It's everywhere.
You can't even drive through without having to pay some sort of like toll.
I know. All right, we had the big watering hole, the natural one. Well, what about these pools that are around town at the hotels?
I don't know if you're the same way, but when I travel, one of my favorite things to do is kind of check out the hotel pools of the places I'm traveling. But we are lucky enough here in Seattle to have some pretty good hotel pools without without having to travel anywhere. We have a list of the 5 best hotel pools up on the website right now, and I'm only going to tease you with one, but it's a really good one. It's the Four Seasons pool in downtown Seattle. It's the only infinity pool in Seattle.
Look at the ferry
Outdoor
back there.
infinity pool. It's gorgeous. That's the only one I'm going to tell you about. The rest of them you have to go on our website to check out.
All right, Britt Thorson, SeattleRefined.com. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with you in just a couple of minutes. All right, Seattle Refined is just getting started. The Washington State Fair starts just 1 week from today. And the one thing you can do on day one to get in free, we're going to tell you about that. But first, the local distillery ready for game day. We're going to take you inside where every spirit has a story. Refined's coming back right after this. Welcome back to the show. I'm Garth Swanson. Football is back. Can you believe that? It's already here. And the Seahawks are taking on the Kansas City Chiefs tonight at CenturyLink. And if you're looking to have a drink in hand at kickoff, you're going to want to stop by Heritage Distilling Company to pick up your supplies. I recently took a road trip down to Gig Harbor where Heritage is crafting flavors for every taste.
At Heritage, every spirit has a story. And it starts with our family story and our heritage.
Heritage is the first distillery in the South Sound since Prohibition, and the family history hangs on the walls in Gig Harbor.
This is Bill the Elk, and these are my great-great aunts and uncles.
Wow.
And when we thought about what would be a cool name for a distillery, we just really kind of looked at ourselves and looked at our family and said, this is great, Heritage.
And no drinking and driving here.
Absolutely not.
How many flavors here?
26 flavored vodkas and several different whiskeys, from bourbon to our specialty brown sugar bourbon, BSB.
That sounds so good.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
It sounds really good.
It's good.
Today we're bottling pomegranate vodka. This is getting ready to go out to bars and restaurants all over the state of Washington. We'll be bottling tomorrow big batches of our latest product, which is our brown sugar bourbon, and this product, the BSB, is just on fire.
And if you're headed to a Seahawks game this fall, you'll get to enjoy their batch number 12 vodka and bourbon everywhere spirits are sold in the stadium. Plus,
We have developed the first of its kind in the country craft cocktail experience in the suite at CenturyLink.
they even have an annual Spirits Advent calendar.
It has 24 minis in it.
Oh, bourbon whiskey, that's nice.
Gold medal winner, yeah.
12 days of Christmas, right?
Responsibly. No artificial flavors or sweeteners.
That would be terrific on a hot day.
Absolutely.
Perfect on a hot day.
Yes.
So what's the motto here? Every spirit has a story?
Every spirit has a story.
All right, I got some memories today, right?
That's right.
Don't leave me hanging. All right. Heritage Distilling Company has 3 locations, 2 in Gig Harbor and 1 in Eugene, Oregon. Learn more by searching Heritage Distilling on our website, SeattleRefined.com. All right, look who's back, as I promised, right? Of course, Britt, when you talk food, and you got the State Fair coming up, and man, they have the wacky stuff down there, don't they?
It's one of my favorite times of year because the state, you literally never know what you're going to get down there. They always have something new. And the first day at the fair is coming right up.
It's like a few days away, right?
Yes, yes, you have to join Como and the fair in helping kind of bring food and awareness towards, you know, people, those in need on the opening day. So that's next Friday, September 1st. Just bring a non-perishable food donation to any fair gate. And then you can enjoy free gate admission from 10:30 to 12:30 that
Wow.
same day.
So it's that 2-hour period, man, you're in for free.
You're in. Just bring a non-perishable item. And I have to admit, some of the food that you've tasted, like python, alligator, deep fried, basically everything.
Everything. I had deep fried butter last year, and I have to admit, it was really tasty.
Of course it was. It's butter. Like, that doesn't shock me at all. But this year, tell some of the things we got going on this year.
We got the Cajun kangaroo sausage, barbecue crickets, Manchurian scorpions. I'm going to be trying these in about a week, and chili grasshoppers. I've had those before, but I'm wondering how the fair's version is.
And then the drink, which I'm really excited about. They've made a raspberry scone ale, which is brewed exclusively for the fair, which I just love. I feel like I already am going to want like 5 glasses of that.
I ate so much food last year down there. I felt nauseous when I came home, and not because the food was bad. I just ate way too much.
Just kept going.
No,
Yeah.
and it's the kind of stuff you just like drip all over yourself, but hopefully not on a t-shirt.
Not
like
on a
Nordstrom,
t-shirt.
right?
Nice segue. Okay, so I love this. This is why we put this in the show today. Nordstrom's new pop-up is with Hanes t-shirts, and their pop-up is just t-shirts. What I love about this is that with all the fashion trends going on, there's always something crazy or something new or something. And a good t-shirt is like the most basic thing that anyone could wear. So the fact that Nordstrom's putting this whole thing on just for the basic tees, they have some prints on them, some cool stuff. I love it. A dedication to the most simplest form of fashion.
I like the t-shirts, and they can be expensive too. Some of them are cheap, some are really expensive.
That's right. And Nordstrom's is right in the middle.
All right, Britt Thorson, SeattleRefined.com. Thanks, Britt. We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
All right, still ahead on Refined. One local distiller hopes to save lives one drink at a time. Don't miss the crafty concoction you can only get this weekend. We're back in a second. Welcome back to Refined, our special TGIF edition. If you're looking to get outside and end summer on an inspiring note, you're going to want to join Stand Up for the Cure. As Britt and I mentioned earlier in the show, it's all happening tomorrow on Lake Sammamish. And while you're there, our sponsor, Tito's Vodka, will be serving up a refreshing cocktail that's sure to make a splash. All right, this is Gordon, our bartender. So, Gordo, can I call you Gordo?
Absolutely.
So what are you making?
We're actually doing Tito's Cosmopolitans. We're doing it for a special event this weekend, and it's out at Lake Sammamish Park. It's delicious cocktails for a great cause.
And you're talking about that cause of Stand Up for a Cure, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, before I fall down, will you make me up one of your big things here, your
Absolutely,
Cosmos?
absolutely. It's a wonderful thing. What you like to do is chill the glass first to make sure we have a nice cold serving area. And then we're going to put some vodka. It's going to be 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of vodka in the shaker.
And that's good Tito's, isn't it?
It's great Tito's. It's a wonderful thing. It's the best Tito's you get ever in the world.
So, Gordon, you paddleboard?
I really haven't. I'd like to. It seems to be a lot of fun, and hopefully if we go out there this weekend, we'll get a chance to do some of that.
And this really is a big cause. I mean, it raises money and also raises awareness for breast cancer.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very important cause, and we're very proud to be part of it.
So you got a little vodka in there, you got some Cointreau, you got the ice going here to cool the glass.
Sir. A little squeeze of cranberry juice. Going to add the ice to the shaker. You're going to shake it gently.
So this really is a big deal out there on the lake, isn't it? And personally, it's got to feel good for you because every time you make one of these, you're donating money to a great cause.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anything we can do to help out and, raise awareness for this kind of things is wonderful.
And this is really big for you, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we do this. We're brand ambassadors for Tito's here, and we're very proud to pour it, and hopefully we can raise our money that we need to get.
All right, here we go, Gordo. This better be good because it is for a good cause.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a good Cosmo. Here, let's cheers to this baby.
Absolutely. Cosmos for the cure.
That's right. And don't forget, you can rent paddleboards out there, so you don't even need one. Just show up because you could save a life. Thanks again, Gordo.
Yes, sir. Enjoy.
And how about this? So far, Tito's has raised more than $1,000 with the Cosmo for a Cure, with more money expected to be raised tomorrow. For all the information, all you need to do is stand up for the cure. Just go to our website. Again, Seattle Refined will be right back after this. Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@SeattleRefined.com. Seattle Refined will be right back. All right, we are just about finished with this episode of Seattle Refined. As we end the show, here are some of our favorite photos and moments of the week. Don't forget, everybody, have a great Friday and a weekend. We'll see you next time.